Sip Tina, sip Shair. Sip Sanjay, build Sip Tina, I said. Sip Sanjay, sip Lakshmi, sip Purnima, sip Yogini, sip Sagai, sip Rajendra, sip Girish, Ananda. Sip Bliko, sip Anil, sip Sonu Kapoor. Welcome back. Sip Lawrence, sip Ritika, sip Saroja, sip Sarla, sip Deepatma, sip Sangeeta, sip Parutiyama, sip Ashish, sip Brijesh, and the rest of you whom I cannot see, but I welcome you to the call. I welcome you to the call and ask you all. I welcome you to the call and ask you all, what would it be if you were a tree? What would it be if you were a tree? So this is the question that I face today. And let me see who is going to break the ice. I don't have a problem at 9 o'clock in the night. There are 20 people waiting to talk. But I have a problem at 8 o'clock when people are starting trouble. So we have got Anand and Ashish. AA. Anand, Ashish. What would it be if you were a tree? Lawrence. And after that, Lawrence and Ahemsip. Bala. Krishna. Come on, let's start.
Shivam Guruji.
Shivam Anand.
So I think it would be peaceful. So if it were a tree, then I think there is no karma or anything, right? So you just have to, spend that time and come back again to the cycle. That is what I think. Because there is no choices to make, nothing. So you
Amazing
have
attitude.
Bharat karma, you're born as a tree, and then you just spend the time peacefully, and then come back, and then you could correct. That's my understanding.
Beautiful attitude. I'm not saying it's the best attitude, but it's a beautiful attitude. If I'm born as a tree, I'm born as a tree. But is it all, Anand? I want you to think a little more if you don't get the answers from others. Because I think it's not just the ability to accept that. I think there is more to it. Ashish, please think. Ashish, what would it be if you were born as a tree?
I would attempt to do a lot of good karma by having a lot of nests, have more homes
Okay.
in my branches, and spread my roots.
But how would you be able to have nests? It's not in your hand. That's in the hand of the birds.
Correct, but I would make the tree so welcoming, myself so welcoming that the birds would come and nest on the tree.
Okay, beautiful. I don't know. I can't even imagine whether a tree, because Ashish, does the tree have the power to decide how much sunshine will fall on it, how much rain will fall on it, how much manure somebody will put on it? Does the tree have any control? That what we understand, just for the sake of giving clarity to Anand and Ashish and then the rest, we understand that the tree, if it is a mind and ego, maybe it's not, we don't know. But we are today, sometimes I want to break the ice. So we have a very unusual topic just to create some kind of a hypothetical situation. Otherwise, there's only I am not body. Nowadays, so many gurus who never used to speak of I am not body, mind, ego, so many big, bada gurus are repeating now the same subject. I am not body, mind, ego. 5 years back, they never touched this subject. Now all the gurus are talking this. I don't know from where they are picking it up. That doesn't matter. So now, if I was a tree, which means I, what would it be if I was looking at the question, what would it be if you were a tree? Means that mind and ego is born as a tree. You are bound to the ground. You can't move. You can't do anything. You just have to survive till such time that you die. So I like what attitude, again, you have a positive attitude like Anand, and you're saying, I would like to have more nests, I would like to have more shade, I would like to be the best tree. But can we? In this thought, Ashish, Anand, in this situation as a human being, tonight you can contemplate, or today now as this call is going on, you can think, does the poor tree have any control? So with that note, Ashish, I'm taking your permission to ask Lawrence. We are going to, and we can hopefully, today I hope there will not be long questions. Ashish, Lawrence, yes, Lawrence.
Think Shivam, love you, Guruji, and I love your question, and instantly it came to my mind, what would I be? I would want to be a saint under my tree, under the tree, a tree of oneness, the tree of life. Krishna with his flute, Buddha, Jesus, they were all with trees. And so I would like to be that tree. And then my very next life, I would be enlightened from having
Well,
them be there. That's what I would say.
now Lawrence is bringing a new perspective to the discussion. Lawrence is saying, I'm ignoring the first part of it. Lawrence says, I would, as the tree, want to be enlightened in my next life. Now, that's all Lawrence said. So I'm saying,
yes, and by being a home for the saint who would that would be you can imagine the people tree for the Buddha, for instance. So of course,
Lawrence,
one of oneness.
Lawrence, one day. So like I told Ashish, you cannot control that the Buddha will come and sit under your tree.
No, of course not.
No, you cannot. So you are just a tree. You're just a tree. And remember this, when you are a tree, you are not free.
Right.
When you are a tree, you are not free. At best, we can understand you are divine energy. You are the mind and ego, me, that is now a tree, and you are bound to the ground, and you are only in the awareness that it was your karma that have made you bound to the ground. Now, what?
I totally agree. I would just say, Dr. Bose in the 20s found that, plants have feelings. They have an emotional being. And so does the tree have a heart? I would like to think it has. Atman is in the tree too.
Actually, as per what we understand, we under the tree has no organs. The tree. No. Yeah, the tree, either you and me can be born as a tree, or we can't. There's some religions who say, oh, nonsense. It's bullshit. How can you be born as a tree? You can't. So I'm just saying, so there's a big question mark there. But what I'm picking from your answer as a positive point, if I was a tree and I became a tree because of my karma, then all I would aspire is to be enlightened after this life of a tree, to come back in a human being. Thank you, Lawrence.
Absolutely.
Thank you with that. Aham thank you. Aham aap kya bolenge, Aham? What would it be if you were a tree?
Thank you, Guruji. Shivoham. I love you all and go down with my full reverence. Guruji, if I would be a tree, it would be because of my past karmas.
Yes.
And I will be bound to earth. I will have no choice. I will have no free will. And I will have no control over any adverse situation or positive situation. And since I won't have any intelligence, I will not get any opportunity to realize truth. The only positive would be that I would be redeeming my past karma and will not be earning any further karmas.
Correct. But obviously, there are only two possibilities. One, that we can be born as a tree, or we can't. If we can be born as a tree, then we will have the awareness. The tree will have its awareness that it had past karma, and it has no choice but to exude those many karma, and then it will come back to the human birth probably. I believe that every time you take birth, I believe you will come back to a human being, or maybe, I don't know, you go from, I was watching one Acharya, one Dharma Acharya, and the Dharma Acharya said, सुअर बनोगे, कुत्ता बनोगे, फिर गौ माता बनोगे, फिर गौ माता के बाद ही तुम इंसान बनोगे. I was going to ask him, तुम्हारे दादाजी ने बताया, परदादाजी ने बताया? किसने बताया तुम्हें? तुम्हारे दादाजी ने बताया, परदा? Because we can only be honest, and we have to be clear what is presumption. But it is very good to presume this, because there is a possibility. I'm quite sure we can be born as a dog, because the dog suffers. The dog has done karma, that's why it's suffering. Therefore, the dog was a human being. But I don't know about a tree, because we don't know how much the tree suffers. Of course, the tree is having the rain and the sun, and the tree can get chopped. And I don't know, but people say trees can listen. I don't know. We cannot get into that discussion. But good Aham. So Aham has explained it a little better, little more further. Thank you, Aham. And let us hear Bala Krishna Saroja Sukeshini.
Pranam.
प्रणाम गुरुजी।
प्रणाम। अंबाला
Now you-
बोलो।
गुरुजी, आप वो सुअर का बार बार एग्जाम्पल दे रहे हैं, बेचारे लोगों के ऊपर तरस खाओ ना, उनको कितना दिशा भूल हो रहा है।
क्या
And we are-
दिशा बोलो, ये दिशा भूल क्या होता है?
तो दिशा भूल मतलब दे आर गोइंग इन द रॉन्ग डायरेक्शन गुरुजी। वो
सुनो
लोगों
सुनो
को
सुनो
आई फील
सुनो,
आई फील पिटी
पक्का
फॉर देम गुरु।
बाला बाला, पक्का कोई आदमी बरोबर नहीं जिएगा सुअर बन सकता है, पक्का सोच के चलो।
हाँ गुरुजी, बट दे आर वॉट एवर दे इंस्ट्रक्शंस दे आर गिविंग, वॉट एवर प्रवचन दे आर गिविंग, इट इज व्हाट वी से। कितना गलत हो रहा है गुरुजी ये सब कुछ।
वो गलत बोल रहे, वो अलग बात है। वो बोलते हैं 28 नरक है, ये सब गलत है, ये सच नहीं, ये बिल्कुल गलत है।
हाँ
बिकॉज यू हैव टू यूज, सुनो, जब भी मैं बात करता हूं, व्हेन आई टॉक, आई टेल यू, डोंट एक्सेप्ट एनी टॉक ऑफ माइंड which appears to be nonsense. If I talk something which is nonsense, refuse to listen. Tell me, I am sorry, I will not accept. This is what I teach you all. I don't want you to listen to any garbage. If I'm talking, सीधा बोलो ना, खैर आपका बात हम मानने के लिए तैयार नहीं।
गुरुजी, before coming to this call, I was also listening that only गुरुजी।
हाँ, अभी भी सुनती है क्या?
नहीं, अभी अभी आप बोलो, मैं इंटेलिजेंट हूँ क्या? नहीं,
अभी भी सुनती है? अभी नहीं सुनती है प्रवचन?
अभी सुनती हो ना, इसीलिए तो इतनी सुधर गई ना, अभी इसीलिए तो इतनी हंसती हूँ ना। गुरुजी, अभी सुनो मेरा आंसर। As there is because in some janmas, because of mind and ego, we were also tree. In some janmas, mind and ego. Maybe. And tree understands everything but has no movement, no gati. It is
कुछ बेचारा tree, sad tree is not free. It is bound to the ground.
The second thing is that it has consciousness, but it doesn't has intellect to do that.
तुम तो मेरी गुरु बन गई क्या? मुझे भाषण क्या? मुझे
Thank you, Guruji. I was contemplating on this 15 minutes, Guruji. So
Very
that's
good.
why, yeah.
तुम 24 hours इस पे contemplate करो, सब दुख दूर हो जाएगा।
अभी
15
नहीं
मिनट मत।
अरे कुछ भी नहीं है दुख, अभी कुछ भी नहीं, सब माइंड एंड ईगो का खेल है गुरुजी।
हो गया?
Thirdly, it has to stay on the ground for 100 years, 200 years. You don't know how much life it has to spend over there.
किसी को अगर बिल्डिंग बनाना है, उसको 2 साल में उखाड़ लेगा।
वो तो अगली बात है, बट इट हैज नो टाइम पीरियड, वो अगली बात है, वो निकालना नहीं। पर अभी तो चलता नहीं है ना, अभी किया तो बैन हो जाएगा ना, अभी बिल्डिंग खड़ा करना, क्या ट्री निकालना बोलते
हैं। लोग जिसको बिल्डिंग खड़ा करना है वो ट्री को उखाड़ लेगा, कोई बैन वैन नहीं है।
So Guruji, and it understands everything, but it cannot. वो तो हो गया.
It is helpless. It is helpless.
Yeah, it doesn't has the power to take decision, as we human have. And बस गुरुजी इतना ही।
Thank you. Good Bala. Good. आप consciousness में है। Krishna.
Shivoham. Because this is a hypothetical question. So it has given us some fodder to think and contemplate on what an evolved species we are born into as a human. So there are so many things to learn from the tree. We have a bhajan also, ki vrikshana kaya kabhi apna phal. And so it is the symbol of surrender, because it gives. That all is there. But मुझे लगता है कि one thing I see in tree is हमारा दादाजी के time भी a mango tree was like a mango tree. It never evolved beyond that. But we have evolved over the years. So when there is no chance for evolution or progress or to reach that ultimate goal. That is the main thing I see now in this spiritual call.
So what would it be if you were born as a tree? What would you do?
I would have, other than finishing off my karma, I would have had a stunted growth, rooted to the ground, no freedom, nothing to think. But of course, we don't have to go through a Zoom lesson of flipping from mind to consciousness, etc. Yes, but then that is a sign of evolution.
But the tree has one possibility. Nobody has told up to now. Nobody has told up to now. I want to break this now. The tree has one possibility. The tree can tell Prabhu, 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 Prabhu. The tree can keep on saying Krishna, Krishna, Shiva, Shiva, Hallelujah. Otherwise, if the tree could not do it, then there's no meaning. Then we would never be born as a tree. Keep in mind that the tree is aspiring to come back as a human being, because only the human being can be enlightened. And the tree knows this. The tree wants to come back as a human being, and its karma is holding it back. Huh?
Matlab, you're saying that tree thinks?
Tree has awareness, no intelligence.
That awareness is for its physical growth, no, not for its spiritual growth.
The tree has only one awareness, that my karma has made me bound to the ground, and I have to finish this. I have to finish this to get to that point. Otherwise, if the tree has no awareness, then it's not. Think about it, please, Krishna and all of you. If the tree is not aware that it is cutting karma, then the concept of karma only is defeated. Then what is the use of the tree coming as a tree? The tree has to experience.
No, sir. Tree has that kind of an awareness. Then, of course, a dog and a fish also should have that kind of an awareness.
Of course they have. Of course, they don't have intelligence, but they have awareness that they are settling karma. Of course, they have awareness. I'm asking you, a dog knows who's its owner. A dog definitely knows who's my owner. It is aware. No, Krishna, I know that writer was saying, how, sir? But sir, how, sir? How tree can have...
No, I don't know this. Yes.
So what I'm asking you, this for today's thought is to contemplate. Not to contemplate about the tree, but to contemplate on you and me. If you and me are not liberated, we can either come back as a great possibility as a human being. This much we are clear about, we'll come back as a human being. The big paradox is, can we come back as a tree? Can we come back as a dog, as a frog? We don't know. I'm telling you very clearly, we don't know. But there seems to be a possibility. If there was a possibility and you were a tree, the only thing that you could aspire is Prabhu, 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 Prabhu. And that would take you probably quicker. You said there's no evolution. That could probably take you quicker to be out of the tree, to be free. This is the best imagination I can have.
When I said there is no evolution, I meant there is no change in its physical, mental, or you said there is.
So Krishna, just think about the one point, and everybody. If a person is not understanding they're cutting karma as a dog or a frog or a tree, then why should they come as that? Then there's no meaning. Then there's no meaning in the karma game. Then only we'll come back as human beings. So it's a food for thought. And sometimes I give you some very hypothetical questions like this. I give you some very crazy questions like this to scratch your head. Saroja, thank you, Krishna. Saroja. Saroja. I can't hear you. Your voice is not there. Please unmute. I can't hear Saroja. No noise, no sound. Come back, Saroja. Can't hear you. Sukeshini. Can't hear Saroja. Sukeshini. Saroja, come back as soon as you can talk. Saroja, we can't hear you. Sukeshini, please talk.
Good evening, sir. Shivoham.
Shivoham.
Sir, as a tree, it is completely grounded. So it will have total acceptance and surrender.
Actually, it has no choice, Sukeshini. You cannot, as a tree, you cannot decide, no, I will not accept. No, I'm going to walk tomorrow. No, I will not surrender. No, I will run tomorrow.
No,
Do you have a choice to run?
I mean to say, with the weather conditions, it cannot.
It has no choice, sir, Sukeshini. Please think about it. If I'm wrong, please correct me.
Okay.
See, keep in mind, there are two possibilities. We can be born as a tree or we can't. If we think we can't be born as a tree, then just exit the Zoom call and forget about it. I don't want to waste my time. But if you want to think of the possibility, if I'm born as a tree, I am the mind and ego me. I am the mind and ego me that is born as a tree to settle my karma and be free. Then what would I be as a tree? what would I be as a tree? Sukeshini.
Complete surrender.
No, there's complete surrender. You already, as I told you, you cannot, you have to be in that awareness that I have to attain God. I have to attain SIP. And you have to be in every moment of your existence. Your aspiration has to only be to be liberated and to be united. There is nothing else you can do, should do, nothing else. Because a tree can't do. Neither can a dog can do. Dog, frog, cat, rat.
A tree can be a best giver.
It is made like that. Prabhu has made every tree to give. But Prabhu will decide. Prabhu will decide how much sunshine it will get. Prabhu will decide how much wind it will get. Prabhu will decide how much rain it will get. Prabhu will decide whether somebody will put manure or not. Agreed or not?
Yes.
What can the tree do, Sukeshini? It is
Nothing.
helpless.
Yeah.
Imagine you're a tree, Sukeshini. Can you imagine now? What can you do? My question to you, Sukeshini. Would you like to be
Yes.
a tree? Today, if God
No,
changes, today
I
says,
would-
Sukeshini, I will liberate you from all your suffering, Sukeshini. Right now, I'll make you a tree. Are you ready?
Yeah, I would like to be a tree with lot of branches and lot of birds on it because I love birds.
Please don't say that. Please don't say that. You're not even able to imagine how much suffering is there in that dear tree. Don't ever say, I would like to be a tree with lot of branches and no.
Wow.
Because you're bound to the ground. You can't move. You can do nothing. Trees are the accessories that Prabhu has made. Honestly, we don't even know whether we will come as a tree or not. But dog and pig, we can. Any animal that is suffering, we believe we can be. Tree, we are not sure. It is just a hypothetical discussion. Thank you. Will, let me
I
see.
have one
Will.
question, sir.
Yes, Sukeshini.
Shivohang Sip.
Sukeshini, you want to ask a question and then Will. Sukeshini,
Am I going first or second?
Sukeshini, you want to ask a question?
Yes, I had a
Yeah, Will, you are
question.
after Sukeshini. Yes, Sukeshini, tell me.
Since the animals do not do any karma, so are they liberated after that?
They come back to their Sanchita karma. That is why there are three accounts of karma. They became an animal from their Sanchita karma. They have a prarabdha karma. Some amount of their karma is. This is where these kathavachaks, they say there are 84 lakh yuni. I don't believe in this 84 lakh yuni. But maybe ek ya do yuni. Maybe you go as a tree and come back to a human being. I believe that the Supreme will not make us go from tree to dog to cat. No. I believe that we may go to one species and come back. Maximum. We will go to one species and we will come back. And if we have got bad karma, we'll come and we will be born and we will be slaughtered in the earth to be suffered. But I believe that SIP is very kind and SIP will let us come back. Thank you, Will. Thank you for your patience. Next is Will. What would it be, my dear Will, if you were born as a tree?
I have two things to mention. Firstly, I think the question's not very clear. I think that the question needs rewriting. There's something wrong with the question because
Let
it
me
doesn't.
explain. Wait. Let me explain the question. Today you are alive.
Yes, sir.
One day the body will die.
Yes, sir.
And based on your karma, you should normally come back as a human being. That much you agree or you don't agree?
Well, yeah, I can agree with that.
Okay. Now, today's fun question. Today's a little fun question. So don't catch me by my neck. Today's question is, we believe that a dog is suffering because the dog was a human being. That's why the dog is suffering, because it's having past karma.
Yes, sir.
So the extreme, imagine that we can be born as a tree.
Yes, sir.
Imagine tomorrow, Will, you are, no, please don't take me wrong, okay? But imagine next life, you are bound to the ground, you're rooted, and you're just standing there waiting for your life to be over. Then how would you feel? What would it be if you were a tree? That's the question.
Okay, I'll have to come back.
Okay. And you have any other second question, or you want to wait? You'll come later.
Yeah, I'll come later.
I know it's a tough question. It's a very imaginary question, but sometimes I like it. See, if we don't have these breakaway questions, then the Zoom will become boring. So please don't mind it. Sometime once a month, or I will put some crazy question like this. So please don't feel bad. Ru Mataji and Bliss. Ru Mataji, batao.
प्रणाम गुरुजी शिवोहम
प्रणाम. क्या होता अगर आप एक पेड़ बन जाती?
गुरुजी, it is because of my karmas if I become a tree, but I will not like to become a खजूर का पेड़ जिसके लिए बोला जाता है बड़ा हुआ तो क्या हुआ, जैसे पेड़ खजूर, पंछी को छाया नहीं फल लागे अति दूर, पंछी को छाया नहीं चल फल लागे अति दूर. If God has to make me tree, then at least I should become mango tree so that I can give fruits to the
रू माताजी,
by
आपको बच्चे लोग को सिखाना है कि आप किसी को भी ट्री नहीं बनना है.
ट्री नहीं बनना है.
बस
आपने जैसे क्वेश्चन किया उसके अकॉर्डिंग आंसर यही है कि भाई आते जातों को शेड देना चाहिए, ऑक्सीजन सप्लाई करेंगे, एटलीस्ट ट्री बन भी गए तो वी शुड हेल्प अदर्स.
But the problem is ना, हम as a tree we are just consuming karma. हमारा ट्री होने का मतलब we are wasting. मतलब आज no human being should aspire to be born as a tree. Nor should you be aspire to be born like a dog, or for that matter, sewer. Pig.
We should not think for becoming anything. Moksha chahiye, moksha.
Thank you. That is the best answer. Bliss, what would it be, my dear Bliss, if you were a tree? Let's see a French perspective. Yes.
Hi, Shwan, dear Shwan, everyone, love you all. It's cannot possible I become a tree because I am already on the track to get what shine nirvana and reach God. So it cannot be possible I become a tree.
Good. Well, best answer. Answer, she says, not possible. I cannot be tree. So I don't want to think about it. Thank you. No. We have got Lawrence and Anand in round number 2. M-SIP round 2. Payal, Brijesh, Ritika. Payal, Brijesh, Ritika and Saroja. Payal.
Hi, Guruji.
Yes, Payal.
Guruji, the question, even I feel that, I don't want to become a tree, but we don't know what life of a tree is. While we see...
No, we cannot. You can see what a life of a tree is. No, is a tree able to walk and talk and run and eat pizza?
Like how we take oxygen, they take carbon dioxide.
So
and while we see, let me finish my thought, Guruji. Just 1 minute.
Okay.
Allow me. See, we say that they don't meet, but there is research which is done for trees. Let's say you plant one tree at 1 kilometer apart. Okay. The roots travel to meet each other. So they socialize. So not that they don't travel, the internal mechanism is such. And I'm not talking just because I've read somewhere. There are research which are done. Now let's say an elephant is eating the leaves, okay? And, there are a bunch of trees which passes the signal to the other bunch of roundabout trees and they become poisonous. So that's why if you see animals when they are grazing, they leave that particular some trees and then they hop and then they go and eat somewhere else. So, I mean, very difficult question and very interesting question, Guruji. But honestly, if I were a tree, I would have been seeking God as I am doing now when I'm a human life. So that's my answer to you.
You just saved me. I thought you were going to say, when one tree's roots go and meet other tree roots, they get married and then those trees give children. I thought you were going to go further and you're going to speak a little bit more.
No. But they meet, they socialize, they talk to each other.
Payal, these
just
are
like
all
us.
No, these are all scientific possibilities, but we are not even interested in that. What we are saying, like you yourself said, what would it be if I was born as a tree? All we are trying to see is, if today the Zoomers here on this call every Zoomer knows we are not the body, not the mind and ego, me. What is the tree? The tree is also nothing but divine energy. Therefore, why has the tree been born? The tree, either it is born without karma as an accessory, as nature, then we will never become a tree. Maybe there's a possibility we will never be born as a tree. That's one big possibility. A tree is only a tree. A tree has no karma. Maybe. Okay? But today's hypothetical question is, what would it be if I was born as a tree? The thought has to only be one. Oh Lord, may I be free. May I be free from being a tree, because I don't want to be bound to the ground. I want thee. I want thee. I don't want tree. I want to be free to become one with thee. So, Payal, that's why I listened. I sorry for interrupting you when you spoke, but the point is this: our attention has to be very focused. That I don't want to be a dog or a frog, a cat or a rat. I want to be what I am. I am a soul. I want to be one with Sip. Therefore, I don't want to be caught in bhoga. I want to live in yoga. And only a human being has the intelligence to live in yoga. A poor tree cannot do it. A poor tree has no option. Thank you, Payal. Good, interesting. Payal has given us possibilities of trees rooting and mating. Okay. Brajesh, Ritika, Saroja. Brajesh, and then round two, everybody else who's on round two. Brajesh.
Pranam, Guruji.
Pranam, Brajesh.
I was thinking, I was really fearful to get even another birth. Because suppose if I get another birth, even in India, there are places where you cannot live. In the world, you cannot live. So many, Afghanistan is there, Bangladesh is there, so many places, and so many, you are born as, so many things. So the last thing I will want is to be a dog or tree. So I will say that enough. Now, one question is, I'm tracing, I'm searching who is the sufferer. The body it's a jad. It is a material. It will not have a suffering. The soul, which is pure, it has also neutral. The mind, the intellect is able to understand it is good or bad, it is painful, it is that. And the brain it is also nothing. So now the intellect, the intellect is the main thing which is experiencing the pain or that. So I am not able to go beyond that.
Wait. Let me explain to you first of all. The pain is experienced by the body. Every morning, he takes my hand. Like this. Wait,
I beg to differ. Okay, you can sleep.
Wait. Every morning, he takes my hand and he pours boiling hot wax. Boiling every morning. He's pouring boiling hot wax on this hand. So, lot of boiling. I'm not ordinary wax. Boiling hot wax. Who is suffering? The body feels the pain. You know how pain is felt? Pain, the senses in this thumb when he pours the wax, the pain signal is sent from this to the pain station in the brain. From the pain station in the brain, the signal of pain comes back to here, the point of pain. There are two ways to control pain. Either you can control pain here by giving anesthesia, or you can control pain by switching off the pain station in the brain. There are two methods of reducing pain, Brijesh.
Yeah.
Now the point is this, just to tell you, it is my intellect that does not feel the pain. My intellect, he's asking me, sir, should I pour some more hot wax? I say pour. He says, should I pour hot wax? I say pour. I don't feel pain. Why I don't feel pain? Because the intellect tells me, when it pours hot wax, you know what I tell myself? I tell myself 10, 9, 8. Means the pain is going from 10, 9, 8. Again he pours. Again I say 10, 9, 8. Again he pours. I say 10, 9, 8. Every time he pours, in a matter of 2 seconds, the pain reduces. So, Brijesh, that's the first point of the different subject that I told you. The pain is not from the intellect. The intellect understands we don't have pain. The intellect understands we are the soul that does not suffer. But what you said, so I covered 2 points of yours. First point, you said very beautifully, I hate to be born as a dog or as a tree. Correct? You told like this?
Yes.
Today, somebody sent me a picture. The moment I sent this picture, would you like me born as a tree? Somebody sent me back a picture and said, Prabhuji, no. What's the picture they sent me? They sent me a dog doing susu on the tree. They immediately sent me a picture of a dog doing susu on the tree. And they said, what can I... I don't want like this. I don't want the dog to be doing susu on me. So, I mean, that's a joke. But what I'm saying, Brijesh, we should not want to be born again. First point. And second point, we should never want to be born other than human being. And I can tell you one thing, none of the Zoomer can be born other than human being. All Zoomers, either they will get reincarnation as a human being, or they will be liberation. Because the moment you are a jigyasu, you are a mumukshu, you cannot come as a dog, a frog, a tree. No chance. No chance. Because you are 1% of the best jivas. So,
as I told yesterday,
yeah,
something more. As I told yesterday, every day I am saving minimum 5,000 rupees per class. So I am happy. I'm putting it in my pocket.
What will you do? What will you do? I will give you another 5,000 rupees every day. What will you do with that money?
Nothing. No. I am feeling that that much worth I am earning. I'm getting, because see even normal artificial intelligence.
I will give you 5 lakh rupees. You give me another call like this. I'll give you 5 lakh rupees.
I want only enough of this. I want freedom. I want freedom.
So today's call is to make you realize, I don't want to be a tree. I want to be free. Today's call is to make you realize this. Thank you.
Only one point. Only one small point.
Yes.
See, even though the brain is giving the signal and hand is when it is poured, but still it is somebody else. Neither
mind and ego.
No, sir. No. The hand is dead body. This also, brain is also dead body. Somebody is there who is experiencing that. You can say mind and ego.
My dear Brijesh, hand is not dead body. Hand is live body. How can you say hand is dead body?
Yeah, live, but it can be made as dead. It can,
if you want answer, Brijesh, the body is suffering, the mind is suffering because the mind is feeling the pain. The ego is suffering because I am suffering. If the mind and ego is in consciousness, like I am when he's putting wax every day, I don't feel pain. Why I don't feel pain? I don't feel pain because I know I am not this body. I don't feel pain. Sometimes these doctors get scared when I am in front of them. They say, you are a very funny character. You don't feel pain. The doctors get scared of me. Because my dentist, when I go, he'll put so much, he'll be drilling my tooth. I don't feel pain. That is realization. I am not the body, mind, ego. Brijesh, think about it, Brijesh. Ritika, Saroja, Karma, Ravina, Jasmine, Nitai.
Shivoham Guruji. My question is, actually, you mentioned that all trees are in awareness.
Every living creature has awareness.
No, but they are aware that they want to be one with God, or they want to go to God.
My answer is, there are 2 possibilities. If the tree is not aware that it has to become one with God, we cannot be born as a tree. then it's out of the
Why?
karmic cycle. Then it's out of the karmic cycle. So if you tell me a dog, does a
Why
dog?
humans are born? Not all humans are aware that they want to be one with God.
No, they're not aware they want to be one with God, but they are aware that they are a human being. They are aware that they are eating mother, father.
Yeah.
Their awareness. So the tree has no other awareness. Only the human being gets lost in bhoga. Does a dog get lost in bhoga?
No.
Imagine, have you seen a dog having Johnny Walker whiskey?
No.
Imagine a dog telling you, आज मुझे बहुत नशा हो गया, आज तो मैं 2 पेग पिया. Who can fall in bhoga?
Only humans.
Only human being.
No,
A
but
dog,
are they, according to you, are all other creatures aware that they need to be one with God and they are part of this karmic cycle? According to me, then humans are at a disadvantage.
if the animal kingdom is part of the karmic cycle, there are two beliefs. If you are under the belief that many people say dog cannot be man, man cannot be dog, then the subject is closed. Only human being can be born as human being. So what are you believing? We can be born
The
as a dog?
second. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So we don't know. For example, just to tell you, I have a PhD who questions me, then can we be born as amoeba? Amoeba is also alive, but only one single cell.
Yeah.
So we don't know. Ritika, the fact is, but so what I'm only telling you, at some point in life, the karmic cycle is only up to a particular point. Maybe it includes a tree, maybe it does not include a tree, because the tree is bound to the ground. Maybe it includes only certain animals like buffaloes and horses and donkeys and dogs and cats and rats. We don't know. But I am with you that we can be born as a dog. Only with a simple analogy, any animal that is suffering because of past karma. Therefore, it was a human
But
being.
is a dog aware that he is born as a dog
100%.
because he is busting his
100%.
karma?
100%. If it's in the karmic cycle, it is aware. 100%.
Why then so many humans are not aware?
What? Every human being knows. Every human being knows about it. But human beings are not willing to listen. Which human being doesn't know it's going to die? Which human being doesn't know that it's sinning? Which human being doesn't know there's a God? Oh, everybody knows. But sometimes we are trying to be blind. We are trying to be over smart. We are trying to ignore. We are being indifferent to the reality. I'm asking you, suppose you leave this call and you say, you go to hell, man. And you go to hell. And you go and live your normal life and you party in Dubai and you go to Burj Khalifa and you finish. Oh, will you be free from karma?
No, but now I'm aware. But I'm talking about there's so many more people who are not aware.
They will come back as a dog or a cat. No, please be clear about it. You think somebody
According to me, what if some dogs are not aware that they're going to be born as a dog? That they are busting their karma?
Then use your intelligence. Then logically, why would they be in the karmic cycle?
They're part of the karmic cycle. Even some humans are part of the karmic cycle.
Contemplate today night, like Krishna will after she disagrees with me, she goes and Krishna will contemplate and come back next day. So no, you learn like Krishna, you take the question, you contemplate and come back next day. If a dog was not aware, then why the poor thing would be part of the karmic cycle? The simple thing, it's a part of the karmic. A dog must be crying. Every day a dog must be looking up and saying, Prabhu, 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 when I will be free, Prabhu. Every dog must be crying. Otherwise, there's no sense in it being a part of the karmic cycle. Let us, let us learn this much. It will transform our life. That we should be, first thing we all should say, be grateful. I tell people, be grateful. You are not a tree. You are not bound to the ground. Imagine, Ritika, just imagine. Please just imagine you are in the soil, rooted. Oh my God. It's too bad. It's too bad to imagine you're a dog. Oh my God, it's too bad. It's too bad. Thank you. Saroja, I hope your sound is working, Saroja. Saroja. Yes.
Namaste, Guruji.
Now we can hear you.
Yeah.
Tell me.
I also agree with Bliss that we will not be born as a tree or any animal. In this Zoom, particularly, we are the 1% people. So I think we will be, at least next life, we may get liberated, or this life. But if I was born as a tree, I think I will be in the state of Sakshi, witness or consciousness, and think of Prabhu all day and night.
Actually, yes, you have no choice but to do that. Not that you will be Sakshi, you have no other choice.
No,
because you will just be standing there in the hot sun and in the rain, and if the dog comes and does susu also, you can't tell the dog, hello, no, don't come here. Can you tell the dog?
No.
No.
You can't tell.
If somebody like this, somebody from Gutka family comes and chews Gutka, the thu on the tree, what can you tell the fellow? Thuko mat! Hey, thuko mat mujhe! Can you tell like that?
No.
Then?
We have to keep on enduring everything.
Enduring your bad karma of your past. And so we don't want that to happen.
I read, Guruji, in one book I read that if we are very, very greedy and not at all sharing, then God will make us tree.
Actually, I tell something. Between you and me, we are not, today will be the last discussion about tree. From tomorrow, we will talk how to be free. We are not interested in being tree. We only want to be free. Today's discussion is not to teach you how to be a tree. Is that what I'm teaching you? Today's discussion is to tell you, thank God. Today, please say a prayer. Saroja, Prabhu, thank you, Prabhu, I am not a tree. Thank you, Prabhu, I am free. Some people, even though they're not a tree, they become a tree. How they become a tree? They create a situation where they plant themselves and they get bound to the ground through attachments. So then, even though we are not a tree, we become a tree. Why we become a tree? You create that situation. Why you have created that situation? Karma, Ravina, Jasmine, Nitai. Karma, Ravina, Jasmine, and Nitai. I thought this discussion will get closed in 30 minutes today. All of you will say, boring discussion, we want to go. But it seems to be continuing. Yes, please continue.
Mostly answer everybody has given, and you have also already mentioned that there are human beings who act like trees, bound by attachments, duties, etc., etc. But here's a thought in my mind. I feel, and it's totally in my mind, that the question is based on the premise that human birth is the bestest of all. What if we are just part of this cycle, and then that 84 lakh yoni thing also kind of makes sense? We're just going through circles, and all species are aware where they have to reach. And we are actually human beings, not different than trees. Trees are bound to the ground. We are bound by attachments, duties. They socialize, communicate, as per scientific research somebody mentioned. We also do that. The only slight difference is one, the appearance, and humans have freer will as compared to the tree. Tree doesn't have any free will at all. So like you said, they have no choice but to be Sakshi or to surrender. But that different thought that in my mind was that, what if we are just part of this cycle? What if we are not the best of the species, top of the birth chart? What if we're just going through that cycle?
It's good you said it's in your mind. If you had told me it's in your intellect, I would not have agreed. So the mind can make us imagine all these things, but it is the mind that makes us blind. And the mind can make you blind by telling you you're not the best species. If I ask you to tell me one better species, can you tell me?
But why do we have to be best?
No, wait.
I thought we were just part of it.
First, my question to you: Can you give me a better species than human being?
Like I said, I'm not comparing at all, so I don't have answer to it.
So you must have the answer. You must be clear that the human being is the best species. You must be clear because we have intellect, we can discriminate, we can be liberated, we can be enlightened. No dog, no gorilla, no kutta, billi, nobody can do it. So, and all other species, karma, are only settling karma. So karma should know that all other species are here only to settle karma. And only human being can create karma. because it has intellect. And this is for you to contemplate and then come back to me if you have a doubt. Ravina, thank you. Ravina and Jasmine.
Yeah, Shivoham Guruji.
Shivoham.
Sorry, I couldn't attend the class yesterday, but I'll see it online. For today, of course, obviously, I wouldn't be wanting to be born in any other form or even as a human being, with your blessings and with probably whatever we learn here. But what about a tree? It doesn't have a mind or thought, na? You said only a human can be with a mind and thought.
No, it has, you see, we don't know. We don't know. See, when you say it doesn't have a mind or thought, it doesn't have a fully developed mind in that sense, but it is aware. A tree, if it is part of the karmic cycle, means it knows. What it knows? It knows that I have done bad karma, so I am a tree.
Oh.
And so it is waiting to go, it can't do. Can a tree tell, can your tree in your house tell you tomorrow, Ravina, goodbye, Ravina, I'm not in a good mood. Many people many people tell me I'm in good mood, I'm in bad mood. Can your tree tell you, no, I'm not in good mood, no, Ravina, I'm going? Can the tree tell you?
No. So much of misery, pain.
No, it is. I know some people are not willing to contemplate. Oh, it's too serious a matter. It's too serious a matter. Imagine we were bound to the ground as a tree. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Years. Thousands of years.
No, each tree has a different lifespan. Some trees are there for 1,000 years. Some trees are there for 100 years. They're different. I don't know. Some trees have got different lifespans. A small tree, a small underground onion bulb or carrot gets plucked in a matter of days and eaten, finished.
Okay.
But I mean, our goal in today's discussion is to be grateful we are not a tree.
Very good.
Is to try to be free, and is to get rid of the mind and ego me, and to become one with the divine energy.
Yeah.
So this is our goal today. To be grateful we are not the tree, to try to be free from the mind and ego me, and become one with divine energy.
Yes.
This
Guruji,
is
when you become one with divine energy, supposedly when we are one with divine energy, and if we're not in any forms, then what are we that time?
Then you are SIP. You reach your source. What is your source? Now you are Ravina, you know you are not the body, mind, ego, you are the soul. You understand that. What is the soul?
Yeah, it's a part of Paramatma.
Yeah, you become Paramatma.
Okay. But then how is there is a feeling, or we are just merged with ultimate?
What do you think? What do you think? What would Paramatma have any problems?
No.
We are unable. It's just like me telling you, close your eyes and see me with your nose. Can you close your eyes and see me with your nose?
Yeah, like no, I wouldn't. Yeah, sorry.
So
like
you can't.
We are like discarded piece. That means we are discarded pieces of kachra or what? Like because
So we are not discarded. No, we are not discarded pieces of kachra. We are ignorant beings who have forgotten who we truly are. Now in the Zoom call, you are realizing I am not Ravina. I am Atma in Ravina.
Yeah.
And when you realize this, then you are free from all suffering and pain. And you start living as a divine being. You start living as a God.
Yeah.
And then you become one.
We're not here with our own choice, right?
You are here because of your karma, no?
Yeah.
Because your karma. So if you can't say it's your choice, it's your karma. Thank you. We have 5 minutes to close. Jasmine and then Will. Jasmine and Will. And Nitai. Jasmine, Will, and Nitai.
Yes. In your book, Stop Is Stupid, you say a tree is not free, it is bound to the ground. It will live and die, but it doesn't have intelligence. So if a human does not use the intelligence wisely, then we will be like a tree. And after I read that, I ask myself a lot now. I like throughout the day, I say, are you a tree or are you a human? Because I'm realizing now that when I'm in pain or I'm unhappy, I don't have to stay in that state. I have the consciousness to choose and walk away and choose happiness. So if I was a tree, I would have no freedom, just purpose.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely, Jasmine. So do you realize you have to be grateful? If you have pain, you can solve your problem. If a tree is paining, for example, the tree is getting chopped, what can it do?
Nothing.
Nothing. I saw, Jasmine, I saw from my office one day, a man had tied his dog with a rope, and then took two sticks, one stick with the right hand and one stick with the left hand, iron sticks, iron rods, and hitting that dog. Beating, hitting with the iron rod with my own eyes. I ran to that man. How can you be an animal like this? How can you go on? He said, this dog bit my son. My son is going to die. What can the dog say? This man with two iron rods beating that dog till that dog, I mean, the whole community was hearing the dog screeching and crying. We don't understand this, Jasmine. We don't realize that we are blessed. We don't realize the importance of this call. We don't realize. I know you said this is your best time of the day. How many of us come to this call? Okay, we have free time. Let's come to this call. Oh, I don't have time today. Goodbye. No call. No, this
I'm at
call.
work right now on the call.
This call is oxygen. This call is like oxygen. To me, this call is too important, more important than writing a book, more important than doing any work. I come on this call as my prayer time. Because there are 100 gods in front of me. There are 100 gods in front of me who want to realize God. And so this call to me is the most important hour of the day. Okay, Jasmine, anything more?
No, that's all. Thank you
So
so
this
much.
was just to tell you how the tree, you said you have the freedom, that poor dog, they tied with a rope and beaten with two iron rods because it bit that baby. That dog did not bite that baby intentionally. That dog was a dog. That dog bit the baby. It was the baby's karma. Okay, you can beat the dog, but not tie it with a rope and hit it with two iron rods. That is inhuman. Will, thank you, Jasmine, for making me bring up this point. Will, and as usual, at 9 o'clock, I have no time. I have to close the call. Will, but we'll quickly do Will and Nitai at least, and the rest will have one quick close comment. Will and Nitai.
Shivohang, I think we've answered the question. I think to be a tree is absolutely horrifying.
Absolutely.
And I think what's happening in this call is people are trying to say it's not that bad. For example, you said the tree can say Shivohang, Shivohang. We all know the tree is not going to say Shivohang. What we are saying, if you can be a tree, this is really, really serious, because the next time you're reborn, you're going to be even worse state.
Yeah,
so to me, the main issue of this call is the same point that I raised last time. If anyone on this earth can be reborn possibly as a tree, we must do the maximum possible to stop that possibility. Because at the moment, there are many people in this world creating situations where many people can be reborn as a tree, and this has got to stop. It's like the issue of the dog stuck to the tree you mentioned. This somehow, I think, the responsibility of this group, not only to get enlightened, but number two, to stop people being reborn as trees. If that's a possibility, that must.
So, Will, what do I tell all of you in this call? I tell you, you have got two. You just said it. We have two challenges: one, to be self-enlightened, and second, to help as many people on this journey. We must help people on this journey. It is the second best thing we can do. If we are not going to help people on this journey, then we are ignorant.
It's extremely dangerous. Extremely.
This today, yeah. Now see how you changed your whole perspective in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, Will, because it sparked you. It sparked your intelligence. Now you understood what it means. Thank you, Will. Nitai, we have to close at 9 o'clock, but quick, Nitai, your full question and other 3-4 comments. Nitai?
Pranam Guruji.
Nitai, Pranam.
I want to echo the same sentiment is that I think as we are trying to practice living in the present, not yesterday, not tomorrow, I don't want to think about whether I can be born as a tree or a dog, or it's a good question to start up discussions. It's true, but we don't. I don't want to put it as a possibility that arise fear or happiness in me, as I could be as a dog or a tree or anything. Oh, that's let's live in the present and try to be free in this life itself and not be fearful or happy about next life. And I don't know if I'm reborn, I will be reborn in this earth or another planet or somewhere. This universe is so big. I don't find that SIP manifests only on this earth, and there is no other possibility. There might be more than just tree and dog, whatever we see around us. And is it also, I do find that we humans sitting together and deciding that human is the best possible birth, is it kind of, we do not understand how dogs think, how chimps think, monkeys think, and we do not communicate with them. So is it also somewhat in the same line as a bunch of Hindus sitting together and deciding that Hinduism is the best way, or Indians sitting together and thinking that being born an Indian is the best thing? So I do not understand.
So Nitai, your entire points become the topic of a full 1 hour Zoom call. So I request you to make note of your thoughts and bring it tomorrow, because tomorrow is the open session, and I don't want to touch the topic, because if I touch the topic, it'll take 5 minutes to reply you. I can't do it because we've crossed but I would like you to bring up all your points tomorrow. I want to answer each of your points. Each point is important. Thank you. Quick comment from Lawrence, Bala, and Brijesh, but very quick, very, very quick. Lawrence.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Yeah, the tree. Well, I don't think about becoming a tree. This is it for me.
The idea is not to think we're going to become a tree. The idea is to be grateful. We have to be grateful that you and me, and to only realize our purpose. Okay, Lawrence?
And one more thing. I'm grateful for the tree, though, that they show me silence, the value of silence, being in a redwood forest.
Thank you.
It's divine. Thank you.
Thank you. Bala Brijesh. Jaldi bolo, Bala Brijesh.
Guruji, this subject, as you said initially, that it is not so funny, Guruji. It made me contemplate ki even I was also appearing as a tree initially.
Maybe.
And I am thankful to the human birth. I am thankful to the Guru that at least he has given us the way to get free from all this, what we say, all Maya.
Very good. Maya. Excellent. Brijesh, excellent. Brijesh. Kal, baki subject kal. Brijesh, quickly.
Yeah, only one thing I will say. See, now 8 o'clock Zoom call is there. In the same way, morning 8 o'clock it is there. I know it may be funny also, but morning 8 o'clock, and so 12 hours, every 12 hours we will get that memory. Instead of that 7 o'clock, I feel you can think over that. Just because you are in the process of, you want us to do, so I'm just thinking that will be better.
Then people in their homes, they will put up the poster in their houses, wanted dead or alive. Then they will put a poster in their house.
No, it is my humble request. You can.
I already.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow at 8.